birthday. Excellent. Uh, Reminder, everybody reset your bennies to 3 if you haven't done so already.
Probably get into
And
the game, huh?
eh, and who among you would like to get a 4th Benny by giving us all a recap of what happened in our last session?
Um, I'll give that a swing. Um, I believe we started our session with traveling, and we in our commuting bumped into a fellow named Paul Skeens of Hailstrom Industries and his buddy Felix, um, who clocked Thomas and recognized him and Abigail traveling together. Um, Kind of gave us a cool head start, and a bit of a warning that other folks are going to be have eyes out for them and can spot them in a crowd. Um, uh, Kane disclosed his relationship to the gang, the Hellhounds, and we discussed that the Hellhounds had not necessarily been a magical group when Kane had known them, but it would appear that they've at least invested some research into or money or something into hiring some folks to create flesh jackets, which I then went and searched, did some um, looking into at it, using the public library, I think. Thomas got a new voice box and sounds a little bit different now. Um, and let's see. We decided together after we'd kind of talked a little bit about the Hellhounds, about powers and things, and about things people are running from. We agreed that we were going to speak with Nick in the morning to try to figure out where he wants us going next.
Excellent.
Oh, I didn't write it down, but I did remember. And Kane wanted to learn how to play poker, so Cornelius is teaching Kane how to play poker.
Excellent. Give yourself a Benny. Anybody have anything else that they would like to add to that? All right, then. We find ourselves in the morning. What would y'all like to do?
Uh,
Make that
Um,
call to Nick. Do we need
yeah.
do we need to do anything before that? And were there other things we wanted to talk to him about? Because we'd already talked with him about the fella at the. Sorry.
You talking about William McGee?
Yes, I was
Yeah.
trying to remember where William fit in his name.
Yeah, William McGee. Yeah, we talked to him about the offer and all that. I believe I believe we're
We're expecting
waiting.
information from him, right?
Yeah, I believe we're from Mr. McGee.
Uh, from Nick.
From Nick. Yeah, I think we're waiting. um, although like I don't know how often he calls us. I think it's I think we call him. So I guess it's a matter of like we just call him and see. I mean, it's only been like what, a day, so
Yeah,
I don't
I
know what he has for us.
I wrote down that we wanted to call him in the morning, but I'm not. I don't know why we
Yeah.
wanted to do that.
I think it's
Either
just
way we
follow up to
go.
like, yeah, of like, hey, is there work to do, right? Because I don't think we have anything
Also,
ourselves to do.
I feel like it would be like good to tell him what we found out about the flesh jackets.
Oh yeah. We can do that.
Yeah, so why don't we call Nick and just see what's going on there and see if that gives us a marker to follow.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. One of you turns the crank on the old-timey phonograph, and the familiar echoey sounds come into auditory focus, become clearer. I don't. That's a weird way to phrase that, but you all get
Kind
what I'm
of loved
saying.
it.
Yeah. Hello. Oh, good morning. Oh, this must be early for all of you. How are you this morning?
I'm
Do-
doing all right.
Doing good, Nick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I need to back up real quick. We did
Yeah.
do one other very important thing last session, which is that Thomas got a new vocabulator. He got a
Yeah.
new
Oh,
vocal
yeah.
box.
Oh yeah, I said
Uh,
that.
Oh,
I-
I'm sorry. I missed it.
Oh no, that's fine. I thought it
I'm
was very important, so I did say it.
look.
All
I'm
right, bring us back to present. My bad.
no worries. I'm glad you missed it, and I am glad you chimed in because it added the word vocabulator to the lexicon. So
I would take credit for that, but that is actually a Star Trek term.
okay,
Or Star Wars, excuse me,
Right.
wrong Star Show.
Right. Don't care. Added to the game. Like fantastic. Excellent. Yes, that is correct. So yeah, so here we are. How are you all this morning?
Yeah, doing good, Nick.
Are you
So
Oh.
we did some research yesterday upon the Hellhounds and the Flesh Jackets. Cornelius is more set up to talk to you about it.
what
Yeah,
have you learned?
I'll share with him what I have learned about how they're made, and I'll refer to fellow who made the jackets we had encountered bore a mark of a particular gang, the Hellhounds. I think I don't recall if we had spoken to you about them,
Well,
but we
you
had some familiarity with them in Santa Fe. They're clear out here, it would appear, in Kansas.
is most interesting. Kane, how do you feel about your old running mates?
You asking me how I feel?
Expanding.
I don't fucking like them. That's how I feel about them. There's nothing much more I can say.
Well, I am aware that you do not like them, as you have come to join my organization. But how do you feel about the fact that you have run into them in Kansas?
Oh, I'm fucking terrified. Uh, I didn't expect to see him all the way out here, so that's not fun. But
Actually, as Nick continues his conversation with you, both talking with you, Kane, just about your feelings about the Hellhounds, and also Cornelius, your conversation about how these running into the Flesh Jackets and how they're made. The vibe that you're getting back from him, right, is one of he's very interested, he's very intrigued, he finds this all fascinating, right? And there's he certainly doesn't seem freaked out by it, but weirdly enough, he doesn't seem to think it's necessarily a good or a bad thing. Like it's just different and unusual, and that intrigues him. is sort of the vibe that he's given off. Well, I am sorry that you are terrified about their reappearance, but I must imagine that you feel better being in such capable company.
I do feel good about the people I'm with. They got me out of a couple tight spots. So everything should be okay.
Well, as I have said, I will see what I can find about these creatures in general and about the hellhounds' involvement with them more specifically. It does seem unusual both that the hellhounds would be this far east and also that you would have come across their handiwork not once but twice, it sounds like. Unfortunately, I don't have any more information to share with you about the flesh jackets, and I imagine anything I could say about the hellhounds, Kane could explain in much more detail. I do, if you are interested, I do have more work for you.
Yes, actually.
Well, I have a very special delivery that will leave Wichita to be made in the salt flats or the salt plains, I should say, in Oklahoma. They will be boarding a train with the delivery. I have many groups that will be boarding the train as well to ensure safe journey. I do not anticipate that there will be any trouble, but this is very valuable to me and would rather be safe than sorry. I would like you to be part of the team responsible for making sure that this delivery gets made. Does this sound reasonable?
I think we can manage that. Yeah.
Wonderful. There will be a commercial public train leaving Wichita about 10 a.m. tomorrow. It's about the full ride of the trip will be to Amarillo, Texas. And there will be about half a day to the Salt Plains and another half a day to Amarillo. Your job is to make sure the train gets to the Salt Plains. After that, you are free to do as you wish. Specifically, you will be responsible.
Sorry, specifically, we will be what?
You will be responsible for the first 6 cars of the train. That includes the locomotive. I have particular faith in you, so I have given you an important assignment.
Sounds good.
So, 10 a.m., board the train. again, responsible for the first 6 cars. There will be other teams responsible for the rest of the train. Make sure the train gets to the Salt Plains, and the team responsible for delivery will take it from there. Sound good?
Can do.
Sounds great.
Well, wonderful. Is there anything else you would like to discuss with me?
Mm. As of right now, no, for myself. Nobody, anybody else.
How you been?
I have much work to do, which makes me a very happy man.
That's good. That's good.
I suppose if we're asking, if it were to become dire, are there an order of preference of cars you would wish us to provide adequate protection for, barring the locomotive?
Now, your job, as well as the other teams, it is an excellent question, but if things become that dire, it will be the responsibility of the delivery team to make important decisions. They have contingency plans. But
Roger that.
so yeah, just and once again, I expect this will be a very easy trip.
Is any of this, how do I phrase this? Is any of what we're doing, what we're taking, any of it illegal enough that we should not just let authorities all over it if they ask?
None of it is illegal whatsoever. It's just that it is of great importance to me that this gets to Salt Plains, and there are individuals petty enough that if they were to become aware for some reason or by some fashion, that would be reason enough for them to try and stop it.
To that point, then, any name or insignia or, I don't know, color coding or anything that would tip us off to say those are these petty individuals or working for them?
I do not know. I do, unfortunately, as many allies as I have, I'm afraid I have even more enemies. Might be strong, but we'll say detractors. So could be any number of people, any number of organizations, any number of individuals, and it could just be circumstances. As you all well know, the West is a dangerous place, particularly these days.
Well, thank you for answering my questions. Anyone else?
Sound like a no.
Nothing here.
Wonderful. Have a nice day. You hear him sort of in the background as the sound fades out. You hear him yelling at somebody. No, that doesn't go there. You need to put it over there. If you don't connect these things, blah, blah, blah.
There's just always some shit going on.
I mean,
Nick apparently is a busy man, or a crazy man, or both. let's put a pause right here and just check in. Everybody understand the situation at hand? Anybody have any questions that we just want to go over so we understand what the job is?
Sounds like we're responsible for 6 cars, including locomotive.
Yeah, it's actually
Uh,
going to be, I just miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually 5 cars. I have a 6th car on the map for you, but that's just so you know where the transition is.
Okay.
Okay.
We got our
So-
lane. Our lane is those 5 cars. There may be another team on the other cars.
Right.
Seems like this is
Right.
compartmentalized.
And who knows? Everything could go perfectly smoothly with no bumps whatsoever, because that's exactly how these sessions are designed to go.
Yeah, that's
So-
not the whiff I'm getting from God.
right.
This is the Slice of Life game right here, where we
Right.
just ride a train.
Yep.
Would we know how? We're in Wichita, and it has to go over to Ohio.
Well, no, it's
Right.
it's going to Amarillo, Texas.
Got it.
Right.
Oh,
the
yeah.
the full trip is about a day. The trip to the Salt Plains, which is where this delivery is done, it's about halfway through that trip. Right. And so you've got a day to do whatever you want, make whatever preparations you feel you may need to make for this trip. You're responsible again for the first 5 cars, and that includes the locomotive because he trusts you guys.
Well, we could do roving patrols on our cars, or we could just assign someone to a car, leaving 2 for the most valuable or important being the locomotive.
I like the idea of that. I also think it'd be a good idea to make sure we at least have one person up front at all times.
There's 6 of us. I mean, we can have one person patrolling each cars, going back and forth, and since someone's going to the locomotive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to do patrol. I don't want to do all that walking. So
I wouldn't mind.
Okay, saying hypothetically that something attacked the car I was in, right? And one of y'all were not in the car that I was in. Do I just scream or what? Because I don't got a gun.
you want my gun? I got an extra.
No, I don't.
Okay then.
I think that's a good argument for Kane's point to have someone on patrol. That means it's only what, a 1 in 5 chance, or 4 out of 5 chance that you don't have someone else with you, but 1 in 5 you do.
I'd wager you do the best that you can, friendly, and then call for help or just move to the next car over.
Why not stand in between the cars? That way we can keep an eye on 2 cars at once, and there will be 2 people watching a majority of the cars. Actually, we could have 2 people at least on every car, since there are 6 of us. We're in charge of 5 cars. So there's 4 spaces in between. Put 2 people on the ends. Bam! At least 2 eyes on every single car at all times.
I'm going to jump in here for a second, just to explain to you. I think what I'm going to do is put you on the map so that you can see the cars and see what you'll be responsible for. That might be a nice aid to help you with the planning. And then I'll actually take the token vision off, and I'll just turn that back on once you all are actually on there and ready to go. Can everybody see the train that you'll be dealing with?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I don't know if we're supposed to be able to see all these tokens, but we can see a bunch of tokens.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to be passengers on the train, so I'm not really
Gotcha.
concerned. Yeah. And like I'll turn the normal token vision thing back on, but I figure for planning purposes, you're still back at camp. You've still got a day, so if you decide there's other things you want to do or purchase, you can still do that. But just since you've gotten into the planning, I figured this would be helpful. And so,
Okay.
looking at this map, you are responsible for the 3 passenger cars, the cargo car right behind the locomotive, and the locomotive.
So basically, we got all of this except this one right back here.
Correct. That's some other team's
Okay.
responsibility.
All right.
I think Ted, you had a really good idea. So logistically, Adam,
Mhm.
what is the realistic amount of time someone could be stationed between cars before either weather or like I don't know, like standard procedure, would it be an issue to have someone who sits between cars
I mean,
long term, I suppose?
I think the only issue with it is you're not going to be able to keep the doors to the cars open,
Mhm.
right?
Do they
Which
not have little windows in them?
they may, right? I know that well, I mean, I guess I can just leave the doors open and say that's what's going on. So, yeah, if you want to ride between the cars,
And it looks like a couple of the cars even have effectively like a foyer that we could be very effectively stationed in a couple of them. So Ted, I think you have a very good idea. Do we have a preference for who we think? Kane, you made an interesting point about not wanting to do the walking, but you also have what I might consider the potential most versatility when it comes to potentially combat. Like your range and your accuracy might be best served if you were the person who were wandering, who were patrolling.
Oh, my plan does away with a patrolling individual. Is sort of the point. By
I think
state,
go on.
I was just gonna say by stationing between the trains, between the cars, we always have at least 2 people. What, like the end cars will obviously have whichever group is there, but for everything in the middle, people can sort of all collapse and see when other people move to a location.
I think that's the part that I was a little concerned by, is that technically there's a very large distance between, block 1 and block 5, and maybe having someone who does walk might mean that if there is if there were an incident, we have someone who is supposed to be moving so they can get people, because I don't know how well we'll actually be able to see everybody all the time.
I guess my thing is if we have a walker and the walker is at one of the far ends and the other gets attacked, we only have one person there and no one to really.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
the one person at the next door would be able to back him up, but
Yeah, it doesn't. I think it's negligible. Do we have like an order we think we should be placed in? I think it kind of makes sense to keep Kane and Thomas like in the middle, but with someone between them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, Thomas in the middle makes the most sense, just because you're reducing the amount of time it takes for Thomas to get into a fight
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
melee fighter.
What if our sniper Joan is on the roof of the train?
Train may have to go through tunnel.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be on the top of a train. No way, no how, whether or not we're in a tunnel or not. I feel like all this skirt might catch some wind.
Oh, it's gonna make a bit of a
I'm
tent,
very light.
like a kite.
Yeah, it'll catch wind and like a parasol just lift you up.
Maggie, give yourself a penny for that, please.
I don't.
Okay, well then, so we're talking like me and Kane in this area?
I think so. I think that we can even stagger the two of you guys so that there's more space between you, to cover a little bit more in your radius, if that makes sense.
I'll be over here. Okay.
Abby, is there a place that you think you want to be?
Nowhere in particular. I'm happy to go towards the front of the train.
All right. Cornelius is vaguely interested in being near the front, but won't fight about it if someone else is more interested. Miss
I mean-
Broussard, is there anywhere you want to be?
I think I'll stick near the cars that have comfort. I don't want to. I do not want to stand outside the whole time. So,
Yeah.
but I'll stay kind of back here and
Do you want
move
to be
between
in...
these two carts.
Okay.
Trying to drag it instantly to the spot to get stopped by like, oh, there's a wall here.
Yeah, there's wall.
Yeah.
There is a wall. We just are able to see.
So what's up?
I think that's good spacing. Cool.
All right.
Were you ready for us to do that so early, Adam?
Yeah, no, I quite frankly, I wasn't ready for you to be that detailed about what you were going to do. So I've sort of been sitting back marveling at it. Excellent. Great. Is there anything you would like to do with the day you have before this train leaves?
I can start teaching Kane poker.
That and also I gotta somehow weight manage myself to see if I can bring this Winchester.
Wait, what do you need to do about the Winchester?
if
They're
I
up here.
carry the weight, if I carry it, I am
Oh.
significantly overweight.
Gotcha. You're trying to figure out how to juggle everything. Gotcha.
Yeah. So let's see.
What time is it on the
Uh,
day we're on?
It is
It's the
in the
morning.
morning. Yeah. So,
Hey, Abby, you want to go find a, I don't know, clinic or hospital and get your head on right?
What's wrong with where my head is?
I mean, your head's on good. I mean, get your head more right.
What are you trying to say, Frendel?
I'm gonna go do good works, and I'm inviting you to come. And you can come and do good works with me, and also lets you practice your medicines.
I will go with you, and
It
I will
worked
do
out good
these good
last time.
works. It did.
Didn't you feel good?
I'm just not really sure I appreciate the implications of the initial invitation.
I don't know what those implications were, but
That my head wasn't on right. If you have something you want to say to me, Frendel, just
no,
say it.
is your head on right though? Not because
My
you
head
you
is
denied it
fine.
twice, and I didn't suggest it was on wrong.
You
I just
you
said you could
did
get it
when you
on.
said you could get it on right. That implies that it's not on right. People say that when people are behaving
And now you got me suspicious though. Now I'm thinking maybe it isn't on right, and that this is you deflecting me.
This is not a. Never mind. You know what? I don't want to go with you. I'm going to go find somewhere else to do good.
Now that was just needlessly hurtful. What if we're
It-
at clinics like across the street from each other, and I just gotta wave at you from the window?
Needlessly hurtful is being told your head's not on right.
Your head is fine. Your head's on right. It looks good. Everything's good. Friendly like reaches over for a high five.
Abigail will give him one of those, like, clearly a pity high five.
Okay.
Let's go find people.
Yeah, you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
It's possible that the high five hadn't been invented by the time this moment is
Okay.
taking place in history.
Yeah, fantastic. Abby and Friendly invent the high five on
invent the high
the
five?
morning of July 7th, 1884. And
Love to see
head
it.
head into town to do good works.
Why is everybody saying head now?
Hey, you gotta let it go.
Where's that Elvira gif?
I have literally no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, the preceding line. She hits her head on something. The guy asks, "How's your head?" And she says, "Well, I haven't had any complaints."
Ah, amazing.
It's good.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah, you can easily find a hospital if that is to your liking. Why don't
Yep, I do the
you
same pitch I did last time, where I just wander in and say, "Yeah, we have medical training, and I'd like to volunteer a day."
go ahead and make me a persuasion roll?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Hold on, I gotta decide if I want to use a Benny to do good
okay.
work. Yeah, I'll give
Knowing
it a
that there's
shot.
real work later.
You know, I would say
There we go.
that I would have tried to support him, but no, she would not have.
No, right. Under the
Look,
circumstances, absolutely not.
I spend a Benny.
Excellent. They the the admin, whoever's at the admin desk, they sort of look at you a bit confused at first. Like, even if they believed you, like, what do you do with a volunteer doctor, right? But then they notice the religious iconography and say, "Oh, more of a spiritual thing." Yeah, certainly. Why don't you head?
Chance.
Right. Why don't you head to the recovery room, and you can probably do some good work there. Preach, rap, whatever,
Friendly.
friendly.
Yeah.
They lead you there, but then, I mean, they just leave. They explain that,
Yep.
you know, you're here to see after people and leave. So whatever y'all do, y'all do.
Launch into that healing hand.
Say immediately walk out of the spiritual ward and go find people who are hurt.
Right. That's exactly what. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Why don't just roll your faith die for me, friendly. We'll just see how many people you assist. It's not an actual faith roll. I just want to see that D10. Right. So 7. Great. Yeah. Very successful afternoon. Abby, why don't you make me a performance roll as
boy.
Right, you're not going to be left like you're not alone in this medical facility, so you have to convince other people that you're you're just working, you're doing your job as opposed to just some interloper.
Performance, huh? Okay. That's
Well, if you've got something else that you'd like to convince me is the right role, I'm open to it. But I think what we're looking at here is performance.
I got nothing other than her just bullying some of these doctors and dropping medical knowledge on them, but fuck it, I'll take it.
Right. Well, and we'll just roll with exactly what you just said. In your bullying of doctors, right, and dropping medical knowledge on them, the medical knowledge is so beyond what a lot of these people are either familiar with, or at least far enough beyond what a layperson would be familiar, that no one doubts that, oh no, this is clearly someone here. Like, I don't know who they are, but that doesn't mean they're not here in an official capacity. So why don't you make me a medicine roll, whatever the medicine die is, just see how many people you're helping out.
My healing or my weird science?
Let's do the healing die. And, well, whichever one you want.
This is a better die. It's a D10 versus a D6.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So 6 people, right? You have, you clearly make a positive effect on 6 different patients' care today, which is great. Anything else the two of you would like to do while you're here?
Nope.
I don't think so.
All right, fantastic. Cornelius and Kane. Kane's trying to learn some poker from Cornelius. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. I propose we do the following. I know it's a blackjack number and not a poker number, but we're just going to call it gambling, right?
Mhm.
Over the course of time, you are going to need 21 successes, Kane, to learn how to play poker, right? And so you can mark these on your sheet wherever you want. The way this is going to work, right, is Cornelius, right? You get to I don't know what you've got, but you're doing the teaching, right? So we're going to call that
Mhm.
academics, right? Kane, you're doing the learning. We're going to call that research, right? Every success counts for a point, and every raise counts for an additional point.
Okay.
Critical failures by either of you is a deduction of a point. Right. So on day one, let's see what our poker lesson yields.
Okay, here we go. We got this.
You said academics. Is there a shot at me using my gambling skill?
Sure.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Fuck it, all in.
And I have a feature called Card Sharp, which allows me to re-roll it whenever I would like to, when I'm for gambling checks. So,
Well,
but like I'm putting that one out there to show that I have it.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
that I think that I should use it right
right.
now.
I get that, right? I think under this circumstance, right? I'm going to say that doesn't apply here because we're using the gambling check, but we're not using it
Mhm.
for gambling.
Yes,
Right.
yes. That was part of why I was bringing it up to
Got it.
show
I
like
appreciate that.
this character has the skill to do this,
Yep.
but we're playing softball.
Got it. All right, Kane, mark yourself down for 1.
Here we go. I got it.
Yeah, I might have to come up with something different for you so that you're not just going to get. I mean, because as it stands, you can't get a success.
What if we do rolls where like I can roll my gambling check before, and if I succeed, this gives him either a reroll or a
Well,
+1 or something.
why don't we do this, right? Because you can get a success if you explode, right? And so we'll say at I don't know. Let me think about it. I'll figure it out, right? But I'll come up with something.
Yeah,
Right, but
there
for
should
right
be
now,
some kind of roadblock if he's like gonna gain an actual skill.
right?
Like
Absolutely.
if he gains training in gambling, that's like how
That's an advancement.
that opens also the door
Right.
to everyone else being like, hey, how do I do that for everything else?
Yeah.
as well?
No. Right.
How do
I
get
agree.
skilled in whistling?
Right.
Yeah, give me the whistling skill.
I agree. So
I think
like,
the thing I'm trying to do versus what's been said, like, I just want to know the hands so I can make the hands as like I come across them.
mhm.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, if you want to teach me poker, man, go off. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good way for our characters to have positive rapport.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, as it stands, you are you have 1 of the 21 points that you need, and I'll try and give this some more thought, both in terms of making your role in it more potentially more meaningful, but also, Sean, you made an excellent point, which is, these are usually things that are left for advancements, right? And so want to keep that in mind as well. But for the time being, we will leave this as it is. Sound good?
All right, yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
We're gonna get you them dead man hands. We're gonna get there.
This is literally like my life goal right now.
Right.
Your character has gained an achievement.
All right. Anything else for anybody on this day before the trip to the Salt Plains of Oklahoma?
I would like to purchase rifle ammo. I think it was, what is it, large rifle ammo?
You actually don't need to purchase rifle ammo. It is part of what is supplied by Nick to the. I mean, you just need to get back to the train, which you're at of the Weird West Review, and every time you get back to the train, it is stocked with ammunition for you.
All right.
So you can just get the ammunition that you want and reload.
But can you carry?
That's a whole different question. Nick can't really do much for you in terms of what you can carry.
Don't worry, I got it.
Right. Wow.
He shows up nude.
I certainly can't carry it for you either. I'm
I'm-
exactly at capacity.
I'm missing my hat. I'm missing my hat.
Oh, which hat?
You guys
Well,
just would not believe what socks weigh.
I mean,
Are you just wearing the scarecrow hat?
Scarecrow,
The scarecrow
hat is
gone. I had a
has
little piece of it
disintegrated.
in my
Oh,
pocket, but
shit,
that's something
right.
else. I don't know. I felt connected. So I got rid of my hat, stored one of my guns, stored my knife, cut some of my ammo back.
Which knife?
What do you have left?
Clothing.
Cap.
Yeah, clothing, gun, and my duster, my armored
Oh
vest.
my
actually.
god.
That's a good amount of.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's a good amount of stuff right there.
I'm carrying my gear to survive.
I also got gear to survive.
Yeah, hey, clothing weighs. I got like 7 pounds of clothing. Just cosmetic clothing. Found all this armor, all these metal plates of protection in my clothes. I just took them out. Who needs them?
Okay. Honestly,
I'm just kind of curious now. How many people are like running D4 strength? I know Thomas.
I
isn't,
am.
It's like Thomas.
Hi.
I've got a D4 strength.
It was a character choice.
Like I said, I was just curious.
Yeah.
it's a character
Yeah.
choice for sure.
D4 strength. I also I have the Tenderfoot hindrance also. Like I'm not built for a fight.
No, not by a long
I realized you could shoot people way better than you can actually fight them if you don't want it to work out. So
It's almost like that's why we invented guns.
Yeah, I only need enough strength to carry bullets.
unironically, that's the thing that has set me over. So I had to go back on that.
Yeah. I love the idea that Kane starts walking a little too slow after loading up for the day, realizing that there's just too much weight, and steps out to an open area and just starts firing the gun off until he's light enough to walk normally. Okay. Sounds like nothing else is going on today. Let's move forward to tomorrow as everybody climbs aboard the train. I'm turning the token vision back on. Let me know if you all still have some vision.
Yep, I can see what my token should see.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
We're supposed to be able to see inside the cars.
well, I mean, if you open the doors, then yeah, you are. Right. I'm just letting you know, Cornelius, right? It looks like you are standing
Yes.
in the privy.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Got
I'm
it.
stuck. There we go. If
Okay.
I'm free now.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. All aboard as the train starts moving.
Heck yeah.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Of sorcery.
Excellent. Sean, I think you were the last one to roll roulette, so why don't we start over at the top? Ted, why don't you roll me a D20?
A D20. Boom. Hey.
Let's go, 18.
All right. Fantastic.
Dragon.
Yeah. And the pale mover swoops in. Whoops, that's not what I want to do at all. Yeah, first leg of the journey is pretty uneventful. Those of you in or between any of the passenger cars, you occasionally see some people moving between the cars. Friendly and Kane in particular, you have to sort of shuffle out of the way or shuffle into the car and back a couple times, as some people in this car are going to use the privy, which is in the cargo car behind you. Joan, you can see similarly, right? Particularly now that you are in the passenger car, there are some people from this car that exit out the back of the car and are gone for some brief period of time and then come back in, and you surmise that they are doing the same. And you see some people that come in from the sort of middle passenger car, walk all the way through this passenger car, go use the restroom. You'll see people doing normal stuff you do on the train. People are having conversations, reading the paper. There's a group in this car. Whoops. There's a group in this car here. I don't know why that's not working. I know why that's not working. There's a group in this car here that Friendly, Kane, and Thomas, you can probably see, are playing poker. Everybody make me a notice roll, please.
Just saying you're cooked to me is nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, cool. let's see. Joan. Who's that just rerolled? Okay.
That was me.
Yeah, thank you.
Re-rolled.
Yep.
That.
So Kane and Friendly, you two are not super distracted, but distracted enough that what you're confident of is that nothing's happening right now that you can see or hear. Right? As for the rest of you, your notice checks make it you're relatively certain that like the vibes on the train and everything you see and hear seems like everything is going to plan. The train stops at a local station, which really is nothing more than one tiny little hut and some planks by the side of the track for people to load and unload without getting all muddy. Stops there for about 10 minutes and it's on its way again. All right. One stop down on your way to Salt Plains. Oni, roll me a d20, please.
My favorite.
Excellent. Yeah, it's basically more of the same. There are still, a few people moving around, but not much of not much of it. There's people still getting up and using the restroom. There's Kane and Friendly. There is a father and a daughter who approach you, and you hear you overhear their conversation. The daughter's very excited because dad has agreed to try and take her up front to see the locomotive.
Oh no.
So yeah, the second they get up here, then I'll be ready to. I like look over to Kane and say, "Okay, so we can't let him, right?"
No, no, I don't think we can.
Okay, Glower, let him down easy.
All right, yeah, I can do that.
Keep hand off the gun if you can.
I will not.
Okay.
And while this is going on, everybody else make me a notice roll, please.
Do you say notice check?
Yeah.
Cut out there.
Adam, could Thomas have climbed to the top?
I'm popping off.
Of his
I'm popping
car?
off. It never stops.
Oh my
Holy
God.
moly.
What the fuck?
Oh my
Right.
God!
Whoa.
Right.
Never stop blowing up.
15.
Whoa.
I see everything.
Right. Here,
Uh,
right. I mean, here's the thing that's fucking crazy, particularly given part of Abby's motivation in everything that she does. Abby sees God.
Shake my fist. Give him the
Right.
2 fingers at my eyes, 2 fingers at God.
Right.
Watching you,
Cornelius,
buddy.
if I saw that correctly, didn't you have a critical failure?
I did. I used a Benny.
Can't
Am I
use a
allowed to?
Benny. Can't
Can't
use
use
a
a
Benny
Benny
to
on a
reroll a
critical.
critical failure.
Thank you.
Right.
Could not recall.
No worries. No worries. Okay. So a couple things going on here, right? We'll get to all of that after we resolve what's going on. This individual with his daughter sees Kane and Friendly blocking the. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, Sean. You said you wanted to climb to the top of the car.
If it's possible, yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly possible to climb up there. What if your intention, right, is to ride the rails up there, right? I'm gonna need, like, if you're just climbing up to check and then climbing back down the ladder, that's a gimme, right?
Yeah,
But if,
yeah. If there's someone on the top, I will fight them on top of the tree.
oh, gotcha, yeah,
But
oh yeah,
yeah, just like climbing up to just peek and then.
Okay, so it's not like you're riding up there.
No, yeah.
No, okay, great.
Yeah, it's not the intention of it.
Great. Okay, we'll get to that in a second then. Thank you. Yeah, this individual encounters Kane and Friendly, and he's there with his holding his daughter's hand. Excuse me, friends. Just my little girl wants to see the locomotive. She likes the billowing smoke coming out. Thought it'd be fun to show her up close.
I appreciate that, friend, but we are between us. We're running a bit of security here, and our job is making sure nothing gets by us. So we'll be doing that, and no harm, no foul.
Security
Maybe
for
once we.
Security for what? Is something? Is there something dangerous on board?
I don't think so. I mean, honestly, it's security is a heavy word for we've been hired to stand here for the duration of this trip.
Oh.
But I think maybe once it reaches it gets a little closer to its destination at the end of today, then maybe situation will change a little bit.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Oh my god! Popping off!
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
shit!
Why y'all think I was with this guy?
I just got the fucking the gigawatt smile.
Right.
Just reach out to shake his hand.
He reaches out to shake hers. He's like, "Oh well, thank you kindly, sir. Do you think there might be a chance before Amarillo that we could get up there and take a look?"
Yeah, if this changes, where are your seats at? I'll come get you.
Oh, we're just in the middle of this last car here.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty distinct looking. I wave the glove.
Mhm.
I'll just, if I forget, towards the end of this here, flag me down. But I'll come get you if anything changes first thing.
No worries. Say goodbye, sweetheart. Little girl waves, says, "I like your glove," and they're
Oh,
off.
thank you.
Okay, let me go through these notice rolls real quick. Cornelius, your critical failure, you feel sick to your stomach from the smell that's coming from the privy and can't focus on anything. You have not quite adjusted to that yet. Abby, you on the double raise, not only are you aware that there's nothing going on up here that seems to be a threat, but you opened the door and prop it open, suggesting to Cornelius, maybe some more fresh air in here for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that leaves Thomas and Joan. Where's your roll, Joan? I thought you did all right. You did do all right. And Thomas the same. Wonderful. Joan, you are aware of 4 individuals, right? That, well, might be 4, right? Some number, multiple people that have passed through the back of this train to go to the restroom and have not returned. Thomas, it is when you peek over the top of the car, you don't see anything, right? But even as loud as it is, and Joan, you probably hear this too now that I think about it, even though that back door to your car is closed, right? Each of you are pretty sure you hear somebody scream motherfucker.
And is it coming from like the farther back?
Yeah, it's coming from farther back.
I will go in and I think I will go and take a look. There is right in front of me a wall of I can't see past right here.
Oh, interesting. Let me move you past that and see. Can you see now? No, you cannot see
No.
now. Interesting. Let me see if I can figure out why that is.
It makes it to where I can't see any of the tokens that are in this portion over here.
Right.
Whenever you put me on the other side.
Right, well,
which is odd, but
right, let's do this for this particular. I don't want to fight with it right now. All right. I assume you can see now. Great.
So yeah, I'll head over towards the door here and trying to see what I can hear before I open the door.
Okay, but before we do that, right? Thomas, what are you doing?
Concurrently,
Mhm.
I will climb down, open this door, and
Mhm.
I'll begin heading in Joan's direction.
Okay.
Not like
Right.
I don't know that they've heard anything.
Okay.
So, but I have. So I'm
Right.
just heading to like I'm on
Yeah.
my way to go like back her
Okay.
up essentially.
I'll say that you can make it in between the 2 cars is how far you can make it.
Oops, sorry. So just past this set of doors here then.
Yep. Perfect.
Cool.
Okay. Joan, what you see through the door are 4 individuals in between this car, and they're clearly trying to decouple these cars.
How does it look like they at all know what they are doing, or are they having some trouble?
Make me another notice roll.
Okay.
These do not look like railroad people. They are. There's a lot more effort than knowledge in this process. With that, I would like everybody to put themselves into combat mode so that we can start going on an action by action basis.
always always at the bottom. A 3.
Where'd I go?
Hey, friendly, you and me.
Yeah.
Caboose.
We've got 2 aces and 2 threes.
It's the bottom icon, like half the
Oh, I
yeah.
love grumpy, guilty, hungry, and sad.
Yeah.
Can you?
I love that.
Isn't it like you need a edge to Benny reroll your initiative? Is that correct?
It's an edge. No, I think you can re-roll.
It's a card redraw thing that Kane's got.
That
Yeah.
gives him another one, I thought.
Yeah,
Can't
no,
you
I
always
mean,
spend a penny
there's
to get a new
right.
one?
I think you can always spend a Benny to re-roll your initiative. There's an edge that when you roll initiative, you get 2 cards and you pick the highest of the 2.
Yeah.
Savage Swayed to be 2.
How do you? Do I just click draw a card again? Does
If
does
you-
draw
if
a
you-
card with
In
a
the
new
combat
Benny?
tracker, if you click on the card that you got, it'll re-roll your
Mhm.
card or redraw a card
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, yeah. It asked me if I wanted for a
Yeah.
Benny or for free, and this is a
Yeah.
Benny. Oh my god, it's actually worse.
You- Well done.
It could only go down one way, and it did.
That's
And it did.
amazing.
Yeah. That's,
All right.
Great.
Great. We are going to start our combat then.
Combat.
Well, start our encounter. Cornelius, what do you have in mind? Given the fact that you
Well-
have no idea that anything's going on, and are
Precisely. I think I'm
trying
gonna
to
stay
stop
right
yourself
here.
from vomiting.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna chill,
Okay.
breathe fresh air, and
Yeah.
watch the smoke.
Right. Hands on your knees.
Yeah.
Got it. Abby?
Get it all up. Get it all up. Don't worry, this is going to make you feel better. I'm going to boost vigor on Cornelius.
Excellent.
That's so nice. Now it's an 8.
Yeah, it's so nice, but you're getting stabbed in the back and
Yeah.
something injected. Don't worry, this will be fine.
There's definitely a scream heard from the
Nice.
That will up your vigor by 1 die.
Right. Excellent. Joan, what would you like to do?
I think I will. I'm gonna throw the door open, and would any of you care to explain what y'all are doing? And my goal is to I want to pull my gun out as well, like
Okay.
as in I'm not just a civilian,
Mhm.
and kind of like hold it up, just like towards the air, and I don't remember being introduced to you whenever I met the crew of the train.
Yeah, this individual back here, just said, "Get out here, lady. This ain't got nothing to do with you." The 2 people closest to you, they recoil a bit, although there's not a lot of room to recoil to when they see the gun. But that is about it. Anything else for you?
I would like to just fire my gun into the air.
Yeah, got it. Everybody hears the gun go off. Right. And yeah, it's a little difficult. But given your previous notice rolls, everybody except for Cornelius knows the general location of where the gun went off. Cornelius, you hear the gunshot, but you don't have any fucking idea where it's coming from. All right. Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
Okay. I'm going to remind everybody because I forgot myself. Let's try and remember, right, that we need to say how many actions we're taking, whether we're calling any shots, any of that, whether we're going to use our running die, any of that sort of stuff at the beginning of our turn so that we know it's determined ahead of time what penalties we may be taking as a result of our actions. Hasn't affected anything yet, but that is, let me figure out which two. Oh, great. These next two people, they are both, Joan, going to try and shove you back through this door and close it. Oops, that's not right. That is right.
Like half the icons for some reason are all broken for me.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
All the little icons you can set for like incapacitated, stunned. I'm trying to find one to keep a countdown for the boost trait, but like everything is a broken image. And I got booted out of the game.
Awesome.
Interesting.
Oh. I was just trying to put something on myself to see if I had any issues with it.
Right. Can you make me an athletics check, please, John?
Athletics.
Actually, you can make two of them because you're actually going to be fighting off two people.
Conviction.
Arena 2 does not feel good.
Okay. You are able to you're able to fight the first person off. But the second person shoves you through the door and closes it. So you can still see that they are working at the trying to figure out how to pull this peg or decouple these trains from each other without losing a hand. But these two spent their turn not doing that and trying to deal with you. So Kane, you are now up.
Oh, okay.
It looks like we may have lost Ted entirely.
No, I'm back.
Oh, there you are. Okay, great. Kane, go for it.
I heard the gun go off. So, friendly, you want to stay here? Or you want to come with me?
I mean, I'll probably come with you, but let's stagger a little bit.
All right then. I'm going to head off, and
Are
I guess
you
I'm gonna start
walking
running.
Okay,
I'm
so you're
running.
going to use
I'm just gonna be using my whole run.
Great, gotcha. So you roll that d6 for us.
D6. Roll.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, you got
1, 2, 3. Up to the wall. Yeah, that's based my movement. Yeah, the 10.
okay.
Yeah, I can't even see anything, so I'm just gonna keep heading off until
Okay, excellent.
mushing people out the way.
All right. All right, who do we have here? Good Lord. All right. You can see through the window, Joan, that this individual is now fiddling around with the decoupling mechanism. And yeah, they not sure what they're doing. It's not like, well, do you have any trained knowledge? Let me take a quick peek at what we're dealing with here. No, it looks like they're not having much luck, but really hard for you to determine. The next individual is going to do the same thing, go in and try and they look to be just about as successful as the first individual. Thomas, you are up.
Okay. It appears that the doors are open enough to like if like this door is this door is open.
Yep.
So I would be able to see like Joan getting like pushed and everything by these people.
You
I
could
don't think I would
absolutely
have had
see
like
that.
I don't think I would have had a clear line of sight of anything much beyond that.
Mhm.
But that's kind of enough.
Mhm.
But then I see like they close. You said they closed the door, right? They like shoved
Yeah.
her and then closed the door. Okay.
Yeah. So you wouldn't be able to see anything beyond the door from here, or you'd be able to see very little from beyond the door from here. Joan can because she's right up next to it, and so she can sort of look through that window and get some perspective.
Yeah, yeah. But I see Joan being shoved, and then the door slammed, and obviously she like shot her gun, which is that's not a good sign.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
people in this car are freaking out a little bit.
yeah. I gotta do it. I'm going up on top of the train and over. I'm
Great.
gonna run. I don't think I'll be able to get to them. Yeah, even with a run, there's no way I'd be able to get down there to them.
Okay.
So I'm just moving, is how it is. Okay, I need to roll my run die.
Mhm.
Okay, it's not bad. How much does it take me to go up?
We'll
to go to
call
the
that
top of the train?
one of those movements is climbing that ladder.
Okay, so 8.
So it's basically right. That's 8, 7,
8,
and then it's basically
7.
yeah, you got 7 left. Make me an athletics check as you're running full speed on top of this moving train.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no
Okay,
worries.
4. Okay. I saw it on a 6 and then tilt.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Okay. All right. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches, 9
Yeah.
inches total. Okay, cool. So
You're-
bounding on top. Am I about to? Are we going through a tunnel anytime soon, or is there anything I need to
No,
worry about?
yeah, as far as you can see in either direction, things look pretty flat.
Okay, cool. I'm just bounding then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Friendly.
Yeah, I am just going to move normally. I
Great.
am trying to, since Kane is running, I'm just trying to stagger.
Mhm.
I don't want to like fully keep pace. So
Yep.
I want to be a little ways behind.
Yeah, it just so happens that as you are sauntering through the car, you just happen to stop next to the dude who you were just talking to,
Yep.
who has pulled his daughter close to him and is like, it says to you, "Are you sure there's nothing dangerous on the train?"
I'm gonna lean in and very quietly say, "There might be. Get on the floor, please."
Yeah, based on your previous persuasion roll, you don't have to say anything else. He um, uh, puts his daughter on the floor and lays on top of her.
Yeah, I like lead to just sort of pat him on the leg.
Okay. On seeing that, no one else has heard you, but on seeing that, the other people in the car do the same, except for this group of 4 that continues playing a poker game. Like it's
Like,
11 a.m., but they are drinking and playing poker, and that has 100% of their attention.
can't account for freaks.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for you, friendly?
Nope.
Excellent. Here we go. Kane.
Yeah, we're still just
Still just booking.
yeah, we're just still booking it
Okay.
unless anything shaky else happens. Boop. Ooh,
Yeah,
11. Oh
go
my God,
for
we're dashing. Sure. 5. Oh, come here. Yeah, that's the end of my turn right there.
All right. Abby?
I will hoist Cornelius to his feet. Sounds like something in the back. We should get moving. And I will just run. I assume I'll have to go around all of the stuff
You
in
will.
here.
Yeah.
Yep. While I am running, I'm going to go ahead and power up my own boost to vigor for myself. Ooh,
Excellent.
11. Nope. Other way. So that's 4. It's 5, 7, 8, 11.
Excellent. Anything else for you?
Yeah, I was doing a boost trait for myself.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
What happened to my sheet? My sheet has disappeared again.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
I'll take it.
Very nice.
So my vigor die goes up by 2.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. All right.
Too bad I cannot up pace. That is an
Right.
entirely separate power.
Yeah. All right, Thomas.
Heck yeah. I'm certainly going forward. Was I can move 6? Okay, 6 kind of gets me in the range. Trying to think because I don't necessarily know exactly what's going on. Okay. I'm definitely taking an action, but I gotta like see or say something to these people to get a like an understanding first.
Okay.
So there's gonna be yeah, one action is gonna be taken as far as the mechanics of it. Okay. Well, I guess I should specify to get down if I wanted to like jump down from where I was, down to these people, like would that be anything extra on top of what I'm doing?
It's going to be an athletics check to make sure that you are able to stay on the train as you jump down.
Okay, that's fine. I just didn't know if I needed to, if that was like an action I had to spend resource on. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna put myself here so I'm not token stacked on top of Joan, but I would be over top of
Gotcha.
that. Just look down at what these people are doing. I see at what you have described previously.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, I get there. I see what they're doing. Joan fired her gun. She got shoved. The doors closed. I can do some pretty easy math here. We were hired to guard a train. It's not the first train I've guarded. I'm gonna standing up top. I'm gonna say to these guys, "Y'all need a hand," and then I'm gonna make my athletics check to jump down and not fall off this train.
Okay.
Oh my god!
I
Boy.
saw that one and
Yeah.
clenched.
So me too.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So you make it.
Okay. Oops. Sorry. I'm colliding. If you want to put me.
Yeah. I'll put you right there.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna turn to Baldy here and just boot him over the edge off the train. That's the action, is to shove him off the train.
Okay. Yeah, let's I believe that I believe that's just a fighting die from you, correct?
Push. Pushing a foe is an opposed roll of strength.
Oh, even better.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sure this guy's going to do great.
I'm just curious. Okay. Attacker or defender may roll athletics instead of strength if they choose. Okay. Attackers and defenders add their shield's parry bonus to their strength or athletic rolls when pushing. Okay, so I'll have a +2 to push. If that's the case. There's also a thing here, but I don't know if it qualifies given the nature of how I got down here. Yeah, I don't think it does. It just says if you ran 2 inches before the push, you add +2. But I feel like I then jumped, which is not really
right. Right. I mean, you're not going in the right direction for that to be added.
That momentum to carry.
Right.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Okay. Well, I mean, go ahead and roll just because I'm interested, but I can tell you, right, that you are successful in pushing this guy off the train since he rolled a 2. And if I heard you correctly, you got a +2 bonus.
I will have a +2 bonus as a shield bearer. Holy shit.
Love.
Only 11 times his 2.
That man did
I'm not sure if that really worked. We got to make sure we talk
Right.
about that.
Yeah.
Would you like to describe what it looks like as you Sparta kick this guy?
There's just it's just slow-mo, right? They look up, see, the shadowed Thomas in the sun as he slams down. He turns quickly, boot into this guy's midsection, as he just kind of folds backwards, spilling over. I don't know what happens to him, so he's just off the train. I don't know if he lives or dies, but I think it's just the other 3 here are in that they're disoriented from the landing and trying to get their wits about them.
Yeah.
But I'm just I'm gonna move to take the man's place.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I guess I would stay here. Can I move? Can I move? Can I move to where that guy was?
I don't. Do you have any movement left? Actually, you know what? Let's make it easy. You can't, right? Because you would have had to do. Well, Actually, you wouldn't have had to declare that. It doesn't have a numerical difference. So if you've got movement left, you can do it.
I would have like 1 inch of movement left.
That's all you need.
Okay. I'll just move to fill his space. Just
Yeah.
because I don't know what's going on with the door and if it can be open.
Absolutely.
I don't want to be in the way of it.
Fantastic.
Cool. Yeah. That's it. Hell yeah.
Okay. Hungry person screams, sees you move towards her. She moves this way and screams at the other two to hurry up, and you see her. Whoops. All right. She pulls something that looks like a safety cable, and now it's just sort of dangling free. Cornelius.
Okay. Well, given that it's a long train
Mm-hmm.
and Abby's running that way, I'm a little nervous about completely abandoning this post.
Mm-hmm.
So I do plan on. I think the only thing I'm going to do for this turn is roll to see how to run and just go as far as I can. But I'm going to kind of be keeping my eyes to the front of the train.
Okay.
Once I hit my mark.
Okay.
Sweet. The reticence is palpable,
Right.
apparently. Okay,
Yeah, and
so
remember, you got to
1,
work your way around those
yeah,
obstacles.
2, 3. Here we go. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ta-da!
Great. All
That's
right.
it.
All right. Let's see who we're dealing with here. Okay. This individual also gonna listen to Hungry there. Seeing what they did, they're able to pull off 2 more safety lines. Grumpy, however, seeing you, Thomas, just having kicked his friend off of the train, is just going to charge you and try and push you off the train.
Sounds good. Sounds right.
Yeah, he. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh God. Okay. He. It's not like there's a lot of room to run, but he takes one aggressive step and then sort of jumps into your chest, and it's like a professional wrestling situation where you don't even move as he bounces off of you. He falls prone as he hits this platform that y'all are standing on, rolls halfway off of it. Arm falls into the coupling mechanism, gets ripped off, and he is thrown from the train.
Oh my God.
Jesus, dude is having a terrible day.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not having it anymore. It's done.
Right.
Day's over.
Right. Critical failures are critical failures.
Look,
And-
every time and when you're like, oh, I'm like, oh, he's pushed me off the train. I'm done.
Right.
New character. I'm
right,
dead.
right. No, uh, and just for shits and giggles, he is off the train. Arm still in the coupling.
Oh,
Good.
Oh,
Good. Good. Great.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think I may have deleted him too early. Kane, have you gone this round yet, or is it your turn now? If you are speaking, you are muted. Oh, there you go.
Hello. Oh my God. Have I went yet?
I think it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah. We're doing a lot of running here, guys. But let's see. I think. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to run, and I think it's. Yeah, I'm just going to run and try to open the door to Jones' car.
Actually, you know what? It's not your turn. We are. I screwed a bunch of stuff up here. Let me.
Okay.
There we go.
I th-
Joan,
Yeah, I
it's
think I
your
started
turn.
this
You
time.
started,
Yeah.
right? Deleting that guy caused some problems in the tracker, but I got it worked out. Joan, you are up. You have just seen Thomas kick one person off the train and another person meet his demise trying to do the same to Thomas.
I'm gonna pull back open the door and step out, and my goal is to take one shot at like the hand of this guy that's trying to uncouple the thing. So aiming, targeted shot at the hand.
Okay. Let's call that, I mean, that's a pretty small target. Let's call that a -4.
Now you're all in trouble. You pissed her off.
Yeah.
Put your hands on the lady.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect because that's exactly what
Oh no.
Well,
I don't think I'm gonna re-roll. It's not gonna get a whole lot better than that, but
he sort of jumps out of the way as his friend's body falls between these train cars, and that happens sort of simultaneously with you taking your shot, and so a bullet goes into the side of the car. Friendly.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue going slow and steady. If I'll get to the door up here, and then I'll be about half. No, I'll be right there.
All right.
No actions, just moving. Because at this point now, then I'm like getting close to like, halfway.
Great. All right. Next round. Here we come. Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I got the red Joker.
And a
Yeah.
black Joker.
Well, I got the black Joker. Yeah.
Whoa.
Hungry person. No, sad person. I'm
Sad
sorry.
person, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got rid of guilty person, which is
Yeah.
pretty on
Yeah.
I think you
No.
got rid of guilty and grumpy. I think Grumpy's the one who lost his arm. All right, Thomas, you can go
He's not
whenever
gonna be
you would
happy
like.
about that.
No. I don't think that changed his disposition.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take two actions.
Okay.
The first is gonna be I'm gonna take two actions. The first is gonna be to try to throw this lady off the train,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna regardless, I'm gonna then move south to me to try to throw the other guy off the train.
Gotcha.
So there's my two jams. Okay. I'm going to roll athletics. I do have multi-action. But I get the +2, so it's like a flat roll. Okay, trying to toss the lady.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Well, unfortunate.
Yeah, you go to grab her and toss her, and she just slips out of your grasp.
That sounds okay.
Now, I will say, because of what I had mentioned previously, you've said that you are taking two actions, so we know what the penalty is,
Yeah.
right? Which means I don't need to know that you're going to attack one and then the other. So if you want to use the second attack on her or him, this is the exact reason why I'm saying you don't have to tell me precisely what you're doing, because that condition we wouldn't have known. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's helpful for me to plan out
Yep.
the turn though.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I mean it's all the same in the end.
Yep.
Okay, not managing. She kind of rebuffs me. I'll step away as we're both kind of reeling, and then swiftly try to grab this guy and just yank him
Yeah.
over the edge.
Let's see it.
I think I could just hit re-roll. Oh, no, no. Okay, there we go. I have a curious thing. When I'm just looking at the numbers, it says Joker 2. Is the Joker giving me something?
That's an excellent question.
Yeah,
I believe
when
it.
you draw Joker, you get +2 to all your trait rolls for the turn.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, okay, because I clicked +2 to damage. So it would have been a 4, but I don't know that actually gets me anywhere with
It
the
wouldn't have got
lady.
you anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. It's better.
Yeah, that does get you somewhere, as this guy, who is this? This is a sad person sees you reaching out for hungry person, and like reaches out to try and help her, right? She pulls away, but just the action, him trying to, sort of reach in, just gets him even closer to you and off balance, and he is gone.
Head slowly tilting up to match eyes with the lady. Be like, odds aren't in your favor. Might want to just jump.
What is she gonna do? She is gonna take 3 actions to try and continue decoupling this train. No. She is frantically pulling at stuff now, and on 2 of those actions doesn't get anywhere, but is finally able to pull out the last safety line between these 2 cars. But that's all she's got. Joan. You are up.
I think my gun's my only ally here. Well, my only tool. I mean, not ally. I've got allies. But I'm not gonna shoot specifically at a hand. I'm just shooting at her now, but just one shot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll use a Benny.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Damn.
I shot her real good.
Yeah.
Make sure to get your extra die of damage.
I think you need to add a D6 to that. There you go. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why don't you describe Joan shooting this lady dead?
Maybe you didn't understand how serious I was when I asked what was going on here. And she just shoots again and is surprised a bit whenever it hits. Oh, and kind of just looks over at Thomas. Well, guess that's over. What we should probably check that other cabin.
Thomas looks at you. You see him nod his head. You go on ahead. I'm gonna resecure the cars.
Yes, that's
All right, fantastic. We're gonna stay in order here just for a little bit. Friendly.
Yeah, I'm going to get to. I'm actually only going to get to the halfway point and try to do like a notice check to see if I can hear or see what's going on.
Okay.
Of, well, probably it's mostly hearing. If there is nothing to hear, right, then I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I mean,
But since I don't think I can fully like see all the way down there.
yeah, you certainly can't see. You're pretty confident, given the context and given where you know people were located. You've heard gunshots,
Yep.
right? You've heard multiple gunshots, and you've heard what sounds like people, not just people screaming, right? But people screaming and that weird sort of like Doppler effect as that scream is getting far away very fast.
Got it. People getting thrown off one by
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. That will be my turn.
All right. Abby?
I will keep running.
Great.
Don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I have a particular action at the moment. So
Okay.
go 10. Frendel is all the way in between the cars, so I will collide with a few doors. Apparently, it is not liking.
I can
Okay.
move you there if it's a problem.
I'm good. I was apparently colliding with the closed door of the privy, and it was thinking that I was trying
Awesome.
to go through a closed door.
Gotcha.
I will get to about that point.
Great.
Frendel, what's happening? And that's it for me.
All right. Kane.
Um, I think I'm gonna keep on heading back there because all I heard was another gunshot now. So I'm just going to run again, and we're heading down there. Get out of here, quick draw.
Ugh. All right.
Oh my god, I'm moving now. Okay. Okay. Wait, hold up. Door. Open. Okay. I guess I'm just raising my Winchester back here.
Okay. Everybody in this car hits the deck. Like they were freaked out about what's going on. Like they hear all these noises, right? Coming from behind them, right? But so far, right, all they've really seen is Joan like being pushed back into the car and then opening the car back up, right? And then firing the gun a couple times out the back of the car. But now you come bursting through the front of the car with your Winchester raised and everybody's on the floor.
What the hell's going on?
Right.
Oh Lord, we're getting robbed.
Right. Cornelius, what would you like to do?
I would first like to throw a notice roll back the way I've come to
Mm-hmm.
check to make sure nothing's
Yeah.
on the
let's
other
see
end.
it.
Uh,
Yeah, to the best of your knowledge, there's no indication that anything weird is going on in the direction from which you came.
okay, in that case, I'll spend the rest of my turn running to catch up with the good doctor.
Great.
Woohoo! 2, 3, 4, 5.
And actually, since you're at the end of the round, we're just going to end combat there and go a little bit more freeform.
Okay.
What's everybody doing?
I mean, can Thomas just put these safety mechanisms back where they're supposed to be? These little cables.
Make me a common knowledge check.
Okay.
Could I also
Mhm.
roll common knowledge and assist here?
Certainly.
Joan, you know where these things go? Holy.
Holy moly.
Obviously, they
Right.
go in exactly this specific configuration. Everyone knows that.
Right. Joan's like, oh, I once owned the company that manufactured these things. This is how they go.
Okay. Do you still want me to make the?
No, if you do that, you might roll a crit. You might roll. You might roll 2-1.
Now, like, I believe the way this was set up is that Joan was assisting
true.
you, right? So let's say it.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. That gives me a what bonus?
I think it caps out at a +2.
Yeah, it
Plus
caps out at
two?
+2.
Okay. Oh boy. I wish.
Yeah.
I wish my roll was your roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's go, Joan.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Okay.
it takes a little bit, but with Joan's help, you're able to reconnect those things. As you do, this dude comes bursting through the door with gun raised, right? But he sees you reconnecting these things and just says, Mr. Phonograph's locomotive team?
Thomas will look at him and go, "You team Bravo?"
He tips his cap. We secured these cars back here, and turns to walk back in. And as he does, you see he's been shot in the arm.
Just to make sure, he is shot in the arm. He's not just now being shot in the arm.
No, he right.
Okay.
He has a wound, was previously shot in the arm, but like his demeanor radically changes when he determines that y'all are on the same team,
Yeah.
right? And he no longer seems concerned about anything other than like going back and getting his arm fixed. He's putting his gun back in his holster. Like, as far as he's concerned, there is no longer a problem. Anything else for anybody?
No.
I think I'll put my gun away and
Mhm.
and head back in and just start addressing some of the people in the car. It's like, the danger has passed. Thank you for your I don't know, some fancy word for staying calm.
Okay. Yeah, you've got some freaked
Your
out people in these
tranquility,
3
etc.
cars.
And yeah, I just want to start like going and talking to everyone and telling them that everything's fine, that there was an attempt to decouple a train, that it seemed to be just some hooligans making trouble, nothing to worry about. It's been taken care of.
Great. Could you make me either a performance or a persuasion check, whichever you feel you would undertake?
Free re-roll on persuasion checks.
Yo, let's go, Joan.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
god! Oh my god! Oh,
Yeah. No, those that hear you, right, are not only convinced that this was just some shenanigans by some foolish people, but you overhear one of the passengers whisper to another, I think she owns the train.
I just wink at that person and then keep going.
Excellent. Anything else for anybody?
I would like to run up to the front to let the engineer know what has happened and make sure that he's okay.
Okay. As you do, you see the gentleman in not exactly sure what it's called, but I will refer to it as the coal box. He's the
Huh?
gentleman that shovels coal for the engineer. He's got a rifle drawn, and as you come bursting through the door, he fires a shot off wide, and then realizes that you're on their team. It's like, oh man, sorry. I just got I heard all the gunfire. What's going on?
Yeah. Immediately, like hands over head, just almost dropping.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just report that
Great.
everything looks clear for now and precisely what happened.
Excellent.
Friendly, do you think you'd or I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be friendly specifically, but y'all want to go and talk to Bravo team and see if they knew what these folks were up to? Are
I
any of
would
the
be.
4 still on the train? Like the body, the last person that I shot, did they fall off? Or
Yeah, no, the only thing that's still on the train of any of those 4, there's an arm.
uh-huh.
Yeah, one moment. I will lean down to the man with his daughter.
Mhm.
Just pat him on the back and say, all clear.
What the hell happened? Nobody explained nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, there were these 4, and they were trying to uncouple the train there, and I confronted them, and they wrote me off. And I knew the only way to quickly get the attention of y'all was to make a lot of noise, and guns sure are loud. But yeah, then they're all dead now.
Oh, they're all dead.
No tickets.
Okay.
Uh, you say no tickets, right? And the same person that whispered to someone like, I think she owns the train, whispers to that same person again, and that's her enforcer.
All right. Okay. Do you know if anybody got like taken so we can ask questions to find out who these people are?
Close quarters, fast moving train. The bodies fell. It looked like the guy from that was guarding the had a gunshot wound. That's, I think, friendly. If it might be a good idea for you and Kane, if you want to accompany, keep strength in numbers and see if they have any more of an idea of what was going on.
They say their car is secure, but they came from that direction, it seemed.
Secured from what? Did the ones you were fighting fight them as well?
Don't
I'm
know.
I'm going to jump in here for a second, just because I don't know if you clocked it early on, right? But Joan, based on your initial relatively high notice roll, like you know that these four people were seated in your car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, these folks were in this car. I don't know if they went back into that other car, shot that guy, and then came over here to do this. That seems like a weird plan. Maybe
Well, like
there's
you said,
more
guns
than
are
one
very
train coup
loud.
attempt.
Yeah, look out.
What was that, Kane?
Can I look out?
Look out.
I
Yeah,
just want to
yeah.
look out and see if anybody's following like
Right.
along on
You
horse
want
or anything like
you want to
that.
make a notice roll?
Yes.
Sure. Let's see it.
Got nice old
Yeah.
10 for you.
You get to the window just in time to see there's like three people on horseback, and they're clearly they've got guns. They seem to be, heavily armed. Not unusual for the West, but they're just sitting there, and they're now like, it almost looks like a comedy sketch. They're like slap fighting with each other. Right, and I
They're
mean, you see
slap.
them. You see them for a split second because they're sitting on horses. Right, they galloped a little bit alongside the train, and then sort of as they realized the train was continuing to move, they just stopped, and they were yelling at each other and like slapping each other, fighting each other a little bit, and then we're just sort of left in the dust by the moving train.
Bro. I don't know who the hell those people is on the goddamn horses outside, but they might be connected to this.
Are they
May not.
Jason?
Well, they're kind of slapping each other really pathetically on two horses.
Maybe they were waiting for these, these fellows, these hoodlums to separate the carts so that they'd be able to take what slowed down. And
Just bandits. They're
Should we kill
strong,
them?
and if you can shoot them, but sounds like they're
Man.
far back.
Can't really turn this train around, so.
If you kids don't stop trying to decouple this train, I'm turning it around.
Any other problems up front?
Not
Uh,
that any of us could see.
Well, we're lucky Joan was back here. Good work.
Well, thank you, Mr. Everett. Um, we should probably work on a better system of alerting each other than firing a gun. That sure put the civilians in a panic. I didn't quite think that one through.
I think that's probably the best we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose panic or no panic, the train is in one piece.
Well, ride's not over yet. We should keep an eye out. Some of these passengers might not be what they seem.
I'll go back to my spot.
All right.
Everyone's a suspect on this train.
But the question is, John, now, do
Especially
you want
that
to
one
stay
guy
here?
with his daughter.
Right. Murder on the Amarillo Express.
Uh-huh.
Well, do you want to stay back here, or do you want to go forward?
I think I'd like to maybe. You know what? If something else were to happen, it might not. Well, no. This is the. I'm gonna go up front.
All right, and I'll take your spot back here.
Okay. Is there anything else that anybody would like to do before you start repositioning yourselves?
Grab the arm out of the coupler.
Oh,
What clues
Uh,
can we learn from this?
yeah, sure, go for it.
Yeah, I'll reach and kind of wrench it a bit till it
Mm-hmm.
comes loose. Just hold it up and see if there's any like markings, rings. This is all we have. So if
Right.
if there's something there, cool. If not,
Yeah, I mean, there's a wedding ring, but other than that, nothing.
uh, look at Kane. You want a souvenir?
Are you
Dude.
asking me, do I want an arm right now? That's what you're asking me.
Yeah.
Last time I
I
heard, we
kinda-
wasn't even supposed to kill anybody.
Well, I didn't kill him.
What happened to the other three then?
They fell.
Oh, they fell. Okay, yeah.
The ground killed them.
No, I don't want an arm.
Just toss it over the
Yep.
edge.
Great. Anything else for anybody? Great. Why don't y'all reset yourselves wherever you want to be as this train keeps a rolling. All right. Who kicked this off? Was this? I think this was Kane's roll that kicked this off. Cornelius, roll me a d20.
woohoo.
Yeah. Excellent. The journey continues. What occurs on this leg? We don't need notice rolls for it, but at various points as y'all start to smell it smells like smoke or something other than the coal burning. It permeates everything in sort of a different way. It isn't as pungent as the coal being burnt, but it is a lot more ever present. And as you roll towards what should be the next stop on this train, which is Bluff City, you all begin, and all the passengers begin to realize why, and that is Bluff City has apparently burned to the ground. As you roll through it, it looks like there is, the train station is down, burned to the ground, right? There's little bits of charred wood sticking up here and there. You can see one or two embers indicating that, the fire was either recent or was so large and so hot that these embers have persisted for a bit. And as you're rolling, the train slows a little bit, right? As you're rolling through what would have been the station. And Kane, you hear, and it quickly sort of makes its way through the train. Somebody in your car points out the window. It's like, look, there's one building left standing. Right? And sure enough, you look through the window and you can see, 100 yards, 150 yards from the train station, there's clearly one building in town left standing. You can also tell you wouldn't be able to see it if all the other buildings were standing, but with all of them gone, you can see that one building. And that information works its way through the train. It's at that point, Abigail, that the engineer screams back to you, yeah, we're not stopping until we hit the salt plains. I don't care about the rest of these stops.
Seems reasonable to me. Any idea what happened here?
They don't pay me to care.
If you say so.
And the train picks up speed. All right. Friendly. Roll me a d20, please.
Okay. Right in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Y'all hear the brake squeal on the train.
Shit.
And it is clearly slowing down. until it comes to a stop. And
I thought you said we weren't stopping.
the engineer turns around and just points to the front of the train. I wish we didn't have to. And Abigail, you can see there is debris piled on all the tracks.
I guess I will just sort of turn to Cornelius. There's debris. We've seen this before, haven't we?
I'll go pass it down, and I'll run to the next. I'll run to the end of my cart and let Friendly know that we're slow into a stop. We're blocked.
Ah, shit. Okay, I'll pass it along. I'll play the game of telephone. Just step in and shout it down to the next, which I think is Joan.
All right. And I assume it's just going to be telephone all the way down.
Yeah.
Thomas will tell Kane, there's a giraffe on the tracks.
I don't know who I'm going to shoot. The person that put the fucking giraffe on the tracks or the giraffe itself. Why is it still on the tracks?
I don't know, but we should take a look. Stop train is a sitting target.
As we're getting closer, can we see what sort of materials the debris is made of?
It's a couple carts. Well, probably maybe 3 or 4 carts at this point, busted, a little bit busted up. It's not like there was great care in dragging them onto the tracks, and a bunch of railroad ties. Some smoldering lumber.
Okay. Alright, yeah.
Thomas will tell Joan, hey, what do you think when we get to a stop about going up top so you can get a good sight line?
I think you going up top so that you can get a good sideline is a great idea.
I suppose, but you are the one with the rifle.
While they're doing that, can
Well,
I
I
go
don't
up top?
actually have a rifle with me. I've just packed this pistol for now.
That makes sense. I was wondering why you didn't draw your rifle.
Someone go up top. Going up front.
Yeah, y'all are free to move wherever you want to move.
Cool. The train is now stopped. Is that
The train is
marked different?
stopped.
Okay, very good.
Okay, I'm gonna step out here and try to get a view of any approaching figures.
Okay. Who's staying in the train and who's getting out of the train? That's what I need to know now.
Staying in
Getting
the
out.
train.
Staying in the
Staying in my
train, getting
spot.
out. Okay.
Get on top of the train.
Yeah,
Getting
I'm
on
staying
top
with
of the
Abby
train.
in the train.
Staying with Abby in the train. Cornelius
Thomas
is
is
outside of the
stepping.
train. Abby and Friendly are inside of the train. Thomas looks like you're outside of the train.
Outside the train.
Kane, you are on top of the train. Joan, where are you?
I'm gonna stay in the train. I think I'm gonna keep just kind of walking the passenger carts here, just back
Okay.
and forth.
Okay. I need everybody to put yourself in the combat tracker, please. As from the sort of trenches on either side of the railroad track, emerge these individuals in uniform.
I was about to say, I love how I stepped off on the side that they're not on, and then they showed up.
And
A fucking two. Jesus.
you hear some shrieks and some screams coming from inside the car or inside the various rail cars, and you hear somebody scream, "Oh my God, it's the Black Regiment." And why don't y'all make me some common knowledge checks to see if anybody knows who that may be or what that may be? And actually, as you're making those checks, I can just say for those of you that succeed, right, you have heard stories. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that's everybody but Friendly, right? Is actually in the same boat. You have the other 5 of you have all heard the stories of fallen Civil War soldiers rising from the dead as part of the Black Regiment, whose only unifying ideal seems to be that war and the chaos that follows it continues. All right. Here we go. Friendly, you are up.
Okay. I just see a bunch of fucking I mean, just not even zombies, just shambling things with gun, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. I am going to do Holy Symbol. I'm going to up it so that it's medium blast template on me, and then up it one more so it's strong,
Okay.
for a total of 8 points spent. And hold my hand up and start to hum. No, that'll work.
Okay.
So the strong that I applied to it is
Mhm.
just that spirit rolls are made with a -2. I just
Okay.
made sure of that instead of getting a raise.
Gotcha.
I guess I have a free reroll, but if I fail it, if I critical fail it, it's bad. I won't get greedy. I'll take it.
Okay. And
And
Didn't
that's
we
it.
learn that if you use a Benny, you can take whichever set? If you use a Benny, you can't get worse than what you rolled, like what you
Yeah.
started with.
I guess I have a free reroll.
Oh, I don't know if that applies to a free. I know that was with a Benny. I don't know
think
about
it
a free reroll.
does.
We'll say it does, and I'll look it up after session.
Do my free reroll. We'll see. Eh.
In the same boat, so it makes life easy.
Yep. Easy.
Right. And so so I'm clear. This is an aura that emanates from you.
Yep.
Okay,
And anything, any attack within a thing in here, if the attack is evil, they will make a spirit roll, or they can't.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna roll that with a -2 because I basically modified it.
Gotcha.
Yep,
Anything else
my
for
turn.
you?
Nope.
All right, fantastic. Kane, you are up.
Okay. It's a bunch of the Black Regiment. I'm not playing with it. It's literally a fucking zombie. I'm shooting it, and I have to ask this because I'm on top of the train. If I could see it, does that mean I have line of sight? Because I don't.
I mean, I think it's fair to say you hear all the shrieking and screaming, and so you can walk to the edge of the train and see these things coming up.
Okay.
Right. And so I understand you don't have line of sight because, like, on the map currently, because there are walls for these trains, right? But like you can see. I mean, I believe you can see everything, right? And so
Yeah.
you should see that this is the closest guy to you.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure
Yep,
because
I appreciate it.
I have a Winchester that shoots far away, and I'd
Mhm.
rather not get super close.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna use 3 actions,
Okay.
and I am going to come over the top and shoot at this one, and I'm gonna walk forward, and because that's still in my pace, I feel. Let me see, make sure. Yeah, yeah. Then I don't want to move my token because then I'll be over top of somebody else's token, like,
Okay.
you know. But I'm gonna use 2 of my actions to shoot at this one
Gotcha.
and this one. And if I can see that third one all the way over here, I'm also go for that one.
Okay.
Yeah. That third one, I know is a distance away, so I'm all right if there's any modifiers on that.
All right. Yeah. Great.
Okay.
Shoot at the first one. Let me measure this last guy. Oh, whoops, that's not right at all.
Okay. So okay. I don't think I have any modifiers to that, so I'm just gonna roll straight to 12.
Or
It's
yeah,
11.
you're -4 because you're doing 3 actions,
Oh, you're so right.
which is
I
still
forgot all about
6,
that.
which is still, like you hit your
Yeah.
target number, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
I just
So
remember that for the next two.
right, just roll those 2 dice for damage. Ooh, good
Oh,
lord.
uh, 19 damage on the first one.
Yeah.
Target the second one.
Yeah, that first soldier drops.
So we're gonna do another shot. He said, yeah, 3 actions and set. Oh, okay. I'm gonna use a Benny. Okay. Where'd it go?
Go ahead and roll it again for me.
Yeah, okay, that's weird. Just like deleted out of nowhere. That's 4. Set. Roll. I got Benny's to spend. I'm gonna spend it again.
All right.
All right. That's just going to take that miss, and that third one I am going to now target. And
Yeah, go
let's just
for it.
see. -4. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, and plus the range.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
there we
right.
go.
Fantastic. Dropped one of the 3 you shot at. Not bad.
Perfect.
Hell yeah, worth bringing the rifle.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right. Yeah, this guy is gonna head towards the stairs over here. As he does, he's actually gonna. I'm just gonna move him just so. Oh wait, there we go on the right thing. He's just gonna move up here and fire at the first person through the door here. Yeah, and kills that civilian dead. Our next regiment soldier. Where is this guy? Oh, great, he's up here. Yeah, the first person he sees is you, Cornelius. So he's going to take aim at you.
Spirit roll with a -2.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that is a pass. So he will take that shot. But the shot goes wide. He is going to charge, however.
Oh,
Our next friendo is... He's only going to make it here, but as he passes a window, he's going to shoot at this individual here. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, and kills that civilian dead. Thomas, you're up.
Okay, I was gonna charge at this guy, but hearing the gunshot, head turns, sees this guy like firing into a car. I'm going to rush this undead soldier down, and I'm gonna try to push his head so hard against the metal of the train car that his soft undead skull just squishes.
Okay. Love it.
Is my fighting
Oh.
flavor.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I want to go big ham or trying to? Okay, we want to hit. We all know these penalties are bad. Okay, I'm just gonna do one action to try to take this guy down. Okay. I have no modifiers. A 5?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I just rolled fighting. Instead of my attack. It's the same die rolls and everything.
Right. Just do the
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, fantastic. You bash this thing's head against the side of the train, and brains and whatever else comes not even leaking out the side of his head. There's just a giant hole that things come pouring out of, but it is still up and fighting you.
Yeah, tough buggers.
Yeah,
That's me.
yeah. Abby, you are up. Are you with us, Ted?
Yeah, sorry.
No
I
worries.
zoned out and was not
Yeah,
keeping
not
track.
a problem.
There is. Ooh, I don't want to accidentally. I will just step down here to the edge of the train and try to deal with this regiment soldier with a Gimpy extract.
Excellent. Yeah, again, you hit this thing and parts of it start to sizzle and it gets spun around a little bit, but stands up tall once again and sort of stares in your direction. Joan. I'm sorry. Anything else for you, Abby?
No, that was it.
Okay. Joan, you are up.
Keeping it simple, Joan's just gonna kind of approach the edge here and take a shot at this guy. And just firing once.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Good
yeah.
gravy.
Hot dice, Joan.
Oh.
Remember
You
to
get
roll
pretty
that
epic.
damage with the extra die.
Yo.
Oh.
Cool.
She's mean with it.
Yeah, and you drop that character in its tracks. Anything else for you?
Yeah, and then I am going to duck back inside here.
All right.
And that's it.
Who is the... Oh, no, that guy's dead. Cornelius.
Okay, we do not love what has happened. Oh dear, no sir. Let's use a PowerPoint to first well, I'm going to do two actions.
Mhm.
That is all I will do for this turn. We'll use elemental manipulation to use some of the like spraying sparks and create a little bit of a force flame to force this creature back. I'm going to push it with the first action, and then I'll attack it with the second.
Okay.
All right, so that's the push. Interesting.
And how far does the push function?
It looks like I can. Okay, I can use my activation roll in place of strength for a push action. So, as far as that goes, which is just one square, is that right? 1
Hold
inch?
on. So characters push foe, pushing foes, pose strength. Yeah, it's pushed back once on a success, twice, one square on a success, and twice with a raise. Right,
Okay.
so we'll push him back there.
Okay. And then I'll use an additional power point to attack him.
Great.
Okay.
yeah, although the first one remains a success, this one is not a success because it looks like you don't have the minus.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, I forgot to click
No
that.
worries. No
Apologies.
worries. Yeah, no worries. So the push works, right? But this attempt to do damage does not.
Okay, I think I will expend a Benny, and I'll click the modifier this time.
Great.
Oh, let's leave that.
Okay.
Yep.
Anything else?
Oh
for
wait,
you?
no, I have more bennies than I thought. I'll
Yeah.
use another one.
Yeah, great.
There we go. Okay, I'll fix the number.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Haha.
Right. Make sure you hit when you roll the damage. Make sure you hit the plus die to roll that extra die for. Yeah, there you go. Oh boy.
Oh,
Good lord. Yeah, 16.
bennies well spent. Oh no, it should be the 2. Okay, that's right.
Your shot ends that individual as he drops to the ground. Anything else for you?
Just spinning around, face friendly, kind of sweating. That'll be it.
All right. Who's this guy? What can he see? Not much. All right. He bursts through this door here. Joan, roll me any die you would like. Odds, it's going to take a shot at you, being the other individual up and in the aisle as the rest of these people are sort of cowering. Evens, it's going to take a shot. Actually, it will attack the civilian closest to it. Great. It levels its Spencer rifle at you, Joan. And the shot goes wide and hits the door jamb behind you.
She
Love to
screams
see
a
it.
little bit.
All right. This guy sees you running back towards the train, Thomas, and will run towards you and fire.
I don't like that. My shield is not facing him.
Okay, excellent. Any other armor that I need to be worried about, or is it just the shield?
I think it's just the.
Great.
Yeah.
That is a hit. Oh boy. And that's not the oh boy you were looking for. As gets you pretty good. You are shaken and have 1 wound, although you don't have that wound until you decide against making that soak roll.
When do I get the? Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
when do I get to see the opportunity to do it? I get to ignore 1 wound penalty. I think I'm just gonna. Oh, but I am shaken though. Actually, I'm good on getting rid of shaken too. This is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's shot me, but it's like I'm pushed forward a little, but I'm okay.
Okay. And what ability is it that allows you to ignore that 1 wound?
I'm a robot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fucking robots.
It's the robot ability.
Yeah. Awesome.
Uh,
All right.
it's the metal
Um,
skin.
It's my
I'm the
entire
Man of Steel,
Yeah.
obviously.
It's all my character does.
I'm gonna spend one of my bennies.
I forget you can do that, and it like pisses me off when you say
Yeah,
you
when he
can't.
does it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, oops, that was the wrong button. Reappear, my friend.
Bro,
There
he's
you are.
cheating. He's not allowed.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna come charging towards you, Abby, and as he does, he's gonna. What? No, that. I accidentally opened your sheet instead of it, and was like, "Why does this one soldier have all of these things?" Oh no, because that's Abigail's kit, not.
Yeah, please don't shoot me with my own
Right.
powers. That feels
Right.
that feels bad.
Yeah, although that's not gonna feel any better.
It does need to do a spirit
Oh,
roll.
yeah. Thank you.
Shooting Abby
Yeah. And that's
with a
minus
-2.
Adam's been pretty consistently good at making that spirit roll.
Yeah, that
Yep.
spirit roll I also made, which is great.
See?
Yeah, I fear Abigail is not going to like this either. Right, as levels a pretty good shot.
It does subtract 4 from its damage before. I'm sorry, to subtract 2 from its damage.
Yep. That it did
For
that.
my armor. Okay. The message I'm getting is I'm just shaken.
It should be
I don't see
shaken
it.
with 1 wound, but
do not see that. Oh,
well,
I do down here actually.
The wound doesn't actually take effect unless you decide not to soak, because you may not take the wound if you do a successful soak roll.
Yeah, I'll spend a penny to soak.
Yeah, we got him, so might as well.
I'll spend another penny to re-roll that vigor roll.
There
we go.
Yeah, and that removes the shaken too. So you take a nasty shot, but the bullet seems to go out of its way not to hit anything critical. And to the next round we go. Uh-oh. Again, Thomas?
Oh, did I get something?
Yeah, you got the Black Joker.
Oh, cool. It's oh, okay. Because it suddenly popped up with like a spirit test, and I was like, I don't know what's happening.
Well, it's
because my turn is anytime, so it's like
right. You're right. Your turn is anytime. You've got the although you can ignore the wound, you're still shaken. Although I guess you can
shaking, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, you could go, so might as well
right.
Do the automation part of it. Yeah.
Right.
I don't see a benefit to holding, so I'm just gonna go.
Yep.
I'm going to okay, that gives me that. I think if I click that, that will do it. No, it's none of those. Oh, okay. I'm gonna test this. Okay. Okay, I'll just call it support. Just because the thing that's popping up doesn't it's not exactly clear and easy whether it's gonna recognize my shaken thing automatically or what. So I've added it a +2. I've called it support. Hopefully it shows that and we can see. Okay, that's my roll, and then the +2 is me, and then the +2 is the Joker roll. So yes, that's all correct. Okay,
great.
Cool. So unshaken, still wounded, but I ignore the wound penalty because robot. Okay. I'm
And
going.
interestingly
sorry.
enough, if you look at the box below your roll, it looks like it does add the +2 for being a construct.
Do you mean that the fact that it's a 2, a 5, and then a +2 +2? Is that what you mean?
Well, yeah, it specifically states in the box below that, in the latest box, it says Thomas rolled an 11, and part of that is the +2 for being a construct, unless you put that in manually.
I did.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah, that
gotcha.
was one of the +2 because I didn't know if it would or not. So it's
Gotcha.
a 9, but still a success.
Yep.
As far as
Yeah,
that goes.
absolutely.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to take 2 actions. One to finish the job, and then the other to rush the guy that just shot me in the back.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. Let me target the man. You're targeted. For a punch. Oh, sorry, I didn't click the -2. That gives the give the Joker thing. Okay, so it's a 9 for the attack.
Okay, so that's still with another raise. Yeah. Great. Roll that with the plus damage die, please.
Oh, okay, cool. 11. Hell yeah.
You
It's just
mush this guy's brains against the side of the car.
Hell yeah. Turn. Boots clanging against the metals. I leap towards this man. Kind of in the air, and then fist coming down. Target. It's a punch. I am multi-actioning. Where are your 2 actions? Okay.
Holy moly.
Okay.
God.
We like
Yeah.
to see it.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Holy
For
moly.
14.
Yeah, you just crush that thing too. It sounds like I'm expecting an episode of Law and Order to start every time I hear that.
Yeah, the cool. The sound of gravel beneath my boots as I turn around to see if there's any other takers. But that's my turn.
Great. Cornelius.
Okay.
And
Well,
just to be clear, this thing closest to you is in fact deceased. I'm not sure why its token appears differently than all the others that are deceased.
we'll forgive him.
Yeah.
Am I able to maneuver around friendly so that I can see this guy?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay. Then I will do so, and then use 2 actions to attack him with my little.
Excellent. Make sure to make sure to target him and make sure to put on that -2 penalty.
Yes.
Put him in another body bag, Cornelius.
I would love to. Let's see. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll damage on that first. And what does this power look like as you're using it?
I'm using some fire from the still burning engine of the train.
Okay.
Yeah, so just like little bursts.
Yeah. You see this burst of you pull a spark from the open doors to the furnace of the train, and turn that into a full flame that you shoot out at this thing. It clearly hits, and some of the clothes catch fire, but it seems nonplussed by that.
All
Do me a
right.
favor. It looks like you're not targeting the creature. You can
I'm
hit
seeing that I
Alt.
am.
Interesting.
Can you see it now?
I see Cornelius's little target token on it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Let's see why that's
Okay.
not doing its thing.
All right. Well, we'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try rolling again.
Yeah, roll that second attack and we'll see what happens.
Oh, it's supposed to be -1, right?
Y-
2 for 2 actions.
2 for multi.
yeah.
That's right. Thank you.
So, but
7.
that is a regular old success. So just roll the 2 dice, not the 3, for the
Mhm.
damage. Yeah, again, send fire his way, clearly hits him, and he just pats some of it out and moves on.
Okay. That would be it.
Kane, what is your plan, my friend?
Oh my god. Damn, y'all did good work. I'm going to step all the way up here. I'm just gonna move my token to forward, but I'm going to be on the edge still. I'm just
Okay,
not. Yeah.
gotcha.
I just want to. First off, let me move. Don't shoot myself. Okay.
Can I give you a hand?
Yeah, I don't. You got to move up, then go.
There you go.
Okay, there we
Um,
go. Oh,
how many spaces is that you just moved?
that's 13, but as we established last time, I was using my pace for the last round, but I was already halfway there, so I just used the rest
I
because I didn't
gotcha.
want to stack on top of the tokens.
I gotcha. Great.
Yeah, and uh, we're going for a shot at this one all the way back here.
All right. Let's
Uh,
see what your long range shot is like.
oh my god, I got a Benny again. It's been a while.
Yeah, thanks
Let's
to
see,
Thomas's Black Joker.
Yeah, you're welcome,
God,
sir. I got your back.
thank you. And
And I think it adds the range penalty automatically, but we will find out.
I'm pretty sure it does because it did last
It did
time.
last
But
time, it looked like, yeah.
yeah, so it's just one roll. Let's see.
Great. Yeah.
No, I don't accept that.
Okay.
I'm not accepting that either. I will use all my bennies right here. You're not
Okay.
doing this to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
That,
take it.
right.
Just gotta
Right.
work your way there.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is my thing.
It takes it right. It takes you a couple moments to steel yourself and steady your breath, but you are able to hit this thing. Let's roll those damage die and see what happens.
All right. Oh, that's not bad. 12.
Pretty good.
Woohoo.
Yeah, and you drop that thing from basically 3 full cars back.
Yeah. 41 feet.
That's incredible, man. I love how Kane is using the rifle and doing work, and then Joan is using the pistol and doing work.
Right. All right. Anything else for you, Kane?
Yeah, can I look out to see if there's anything else out there? But besides that, that would be all for my turn.
You don't see anything else out there.
All right, that be all.
Friendly. How about you?
I'm going to move and going to cast relief on Abby as I go by. But I'm going to try to hustle by them And as I pass by, I'm going to do words of comfort to try to remove the shaken condition. And shaken condition removed on Abby as I walk by. So yeah, I go like pushing
I'm not
past.
shaken. I
Oh,
Yeah.
negated the wounds.
then if that's fine, I could do the. Luckily, this one has. So, do you have any wound currently?
Nope.
Oh,
Was successful
you
on
know
the
what?
soak roll.
This is fine, actually. I will
Mhm.
use this. I'll cast 1 point up to give you. I'll spend an additional point to this to give you +2 to your speed, +2 to your pace, rather.
Oh, cool.
I'll just stick a modifier on it, which is hurry. But yeah, otherwise does nothing. This is the thing I've actually had in the back pocket to use this for.
Excellent.
Cool.
And just so you know, from where you are, Friendly, you can see this soldier trying to climb onto the train.
Yeah, I saw the
Uh,
one way down at the back.
Okay.
Actually, so the other effect this will have, in
Mhm.
addition to the hurry, is it will do something which is the numb part, which just means for an hour you can ignore. Yeah, you can ignore 1 wound for an hour, and your pace is increased by 2. So yeah,
Pace
that
up
sorry,
by
that is that.
2 might be critical in just a second.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is the end of my turn.
All right.
The template will come with me. I just can't move it now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's rolling forward.
Let me.
Subtract
Do that for you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Cody,
Abby.
can you move that if you go to the measurement controls, which adds your AoEs, like draws AoEs and stuff? Like, can you
Oh,
move
boy.
it if that's the case?
I can't even read that. That is requiring me to zoom out so far.
Ugh.
So what I will do is I am gonna run.
Mhm.
I will take 1 action then to if he's in
Mhm.
range even with the range on Bolt is smarts times 2. I can spend power points to double or triple that to try to make this shot from
Okay. Well,
across the
I'm
fucking
oh,
continent.
well, hold on. I'm letting you know, like, the only one that you can see that's alive is right here.
The only one that I can see.
Yeah, it's the one that hasn't.
That's
made it
alive.
yet.
It's just at the other side of the car that you're climbing off of. Right. So I don't. Can you see me pinging? Like, there's you.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Here's the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
So
climbing onto the car.
this one down here is not alive.
No.
Oh, okay. There's no icon on it for me, so I
Oh,
thought it was
interesting.
still moving.
No.
Okay. Well, that makes things easier
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
'cause then I
Makes
don't
things a
need to
lot
do
easier.
that. I'm gonna stay in Friendle's little bubble. I'm gonna collide with a wall first, apparently.
You can move 1 more if you need to.
I
It'd
will
still be
actually
within.
move down.
Okay.
I mean, that's still within my starting pace, but that gives me a better line to this guy. You know what? I'm actually, yeah, I'm gonna Gimpy extract that one.
Mhm. Oh,
Hey.
yeah, very nice. Make sure you roll that extra die for the damage. Oh boy.
All right, let's go,
Yeah,
dog.
so as this thing is trying to climb up onto the train, you blow its head clean off and its hand just sort of slides down the handrail that it was using to help pull itself up as it rolls back onto the ground.
Pain to
All
death. Fucking.
right.
What if the Gimpy extract reacts with their physiology and causes their heads to explode?
Yeah.
What if that's what happens?
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, this guy has picked its target. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna keep moving towards you, but as it does, I'm gonna fire that rifle again at you, Joan. Yeah, that is a success. Oh, that's a problem.
Silvery barbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe this thing hits you square between the
Ooh.
eyes, Joan. Now,
Oh.
you're right. You can make that soak roll.
What does soak even? What is that? I've
Um,
heard that talked about a bit, but I'm not
okay.
really. I don't know what that
A
means.
successful vigor roll removes a wound, right?
Yeah.
Vigor, a success, that's a soak roll. Basically, after you take damage, after you take,
Mhm.
well, not shaken, after you take a wound, the terminology for it is a soak roll. It's just a vigor roll, right?
Mhm.
And a success on a vigor roll absorbs one wound, right? A success with a raise absorbs two wounds, or if you've only got one wound, it absorbs a wound and the shaken condition, and so
Mhm.
on and so forth. It does cost a penny to do it, but given how many wounds you just took, I believe it's probably a pretty good use of
Yeah,
that penny.
absolutely.
Yep, you only got to cancel the last one.
Well, let's see. I want to read my hindrance too, right quick. As long as I have at least one wound, I suffer an additional -1 penalty to all actions. Okay, so that doesn't make it easier for me to die. It just makes me worse when I'm hurt.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And you currently don't. Was it you don't have the wounds yet? It's just is it- right because you don't
Correct.
suffer the wound penalties. at
I
this
was able to
point.
Correct.
soak one wound.
Make sure it's not trying to apply the wound penalty already,
Okay.
because that's something I have found it does.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is
It
right.
it,
I'm
it
gonna
says wounds, remove the wound modifier, so it already has
Right.
Oh,
it
okay. It already
fixed.
accounts for that.
and so what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do, I'm just gonna remove that one wound that you just soaked. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is its turn. Dead.
That's just what
Dead.
happens when you
Dead.
use a pistol as your main.
What a weird thing for Kane to
Yeah,
say.
that
I think
affected
that's Kane
how
speaking from
getting hot.
experience right there.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm
He,
right,
he is
right.
kind of correct.
Let me roll in here and there we go. Interesting. Okay. Joan, it is your turn. In addition to the wound penalties, you also have the -1 penalty from your hindrance. What would you like to do?
So I've got 4 wounds.
No. If you look, I don't know why it's saying that, right? If you look on your sheet, you've only got 2 wounds. You are
Okay.
shaken,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're
You don't
shaken with
take
2
more than
wounds, right?
the anything over 3 is it's just
Okay.
diminishing returns. So all
Right.
you have to do
Gotcha.
is cancel out the third wound
Right.
always.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. And so you get a free spirit roll to try and become unshaken. Yeah, that will certainly unshake you. So now you can act normally, right? Even though you have the 2 wounds. What would you like to do?
I want to move forward here and shoot this zombie, and I want to do the thing that I've done before, but I can't remember the rule for it, where it's like desperate attack.
Okay, let's see.
Well, that's the fighting rolls, not shooting rolls. No, yeah, I don't think I can use that on this. That's okay. I'm just gonna try to shoot it.
I think what you're talking about is wild attack. Oh, but that's the fighting attacks.
Yeah, there's a specific thing called desperate attacks. The
Okay.
attacker adds +2 or +4 to any fighting roll and subtracts a like amount from damage.
Okay.
Can't be combined with wild attack. But
Okay.
no, I'm not gonna worry about it.
Gotcha.
That.
Go for it.
I'm just gonna shoot it.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, I'm so wounded. Obviously, this isn't gonna go well. But there's a lot of people in here, and I feel responsible. So I'll use a Benny.
Oh,
And got
no.
critical failure. So I'm my hands are off the keyboard. I'm done for now. That'll be
Yeah.
it for my turn. I don't know what happens, Adam.
You can still take the better roll. You just can't re-roll again because of the critical failure. So
yeah. So we will take the better roll, but there's no more options to move beyond that. And just say you shoot. You are damaged to the point where your aim is compromised, and you shoot over this creature's head. And I believe no, that was all of you are dead. Come on, give me the good card. Oh yeah, you're not gonna like this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because of the way this thing fights, it continues to charge you, Joan, and tries to jam its bayonet into you.
Something tells me it's got a good chance at succeeding.
Yeah, it certainly does. But what the fuck are you wearing?
Joggers, brown shirt.
Armored corset, armored hat.
Okay, this thing, right? This thing has you dead to rights, right? It has a running start and jams this thing right in your guts, right? And you can feel the pressure of it almost push you back out the door, and you hear the clink of it hitting your armored corset, and you're fine. Son of a bitch. All right.
Praise the Lord. I'm a new woman, Cornelius.
Oh my god.
Abigail.
I will look at Frendel. Wait, if we're both here, who's making sure? Oh dear.
Run.
And yep, I will go ahead and run. I'm going to try to get into the car where I just heard the shot come from.
Okay.
So,
Remember, how much is it by one, or is the pace increased by 1 or 2?
2.
Friend,
Two.
2. Great.
Yep, because of hurry.
Gonna run, and then if I see another one of these things, my action is to try to take it out.
Yep.
So, woo,
Yeah,
14 inches.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I can get 3 inches in the door.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, there you see it.
Reloading as I go. And I'm actually gonna spend an extra power point. I think I can up the damage on this by spending a power point, right? With powerful, isn't that like
Yeah, I think that's how it
one of the
works.
things? Cody, remind me.
Hold on.
No, I can do lingering damage. No,
Honestly, if you ever want to find that page in the
it's on
doc,
152.
yeah, I always control F Shroud because it's the only instance of Shroud. Yeah, you can only deal lingering damage. You could add a +1 to armor piercing though, if you think that matters. A +1 to a +3, depending on how much you throw in.
Got it. Okay.
Which it's kind of plus to damage, but different. Otherwise, you can add
No,
the lingering damage.
I'll just go ahead and. I'm gonna use a penny. I'm gonna push for the extra damage die. There we go.
Good Lord.
Damn. Oh. Whoa.
If only I got a die for every 4, right?
I need to
Hey,
hear.
I love to see it. I genuinely love to see it.
That's only 7 damage. Oof. Fuck it, we've gotten a bunch of bennies. I'll spend a penny on the damage roll to make it 8.
To make it 8, yes.
There we go.
Hey, every bit counts.
Yeah,
Could be the difference.
You shoot this goop into like the shoulder blade area of this creature, and you see that left shoulder start to pulse and sort of shrink and grow and shrink and grow until it pops and some pus hits the ceiling, as well as these 2 citizens that are on the floor next to him. And this thing turns over its shoulder to get a good look at you.
Give it a nod like, come on, motherfucker.
All right. Kane, you are up.
Okay, can I? So I see none on the side. I'm just going to drop down. I'm assuming all of these doors are open. That I'm not sure if anybody's been closing them back since we stopped.
Nah, you're good.
Can I see all the way down here? I want to try something.
He's gonna wanted the bullet around all these people.
I don't know how how much cover there is for right here.
I'm gonna say trying to make this shot.
There is that like innocence in the way rule.
Right. I mean,
Are their heads up? Like you?
I'm gonna. If you want to make this shot, it'll be under. The creature has heavy cover.
Heavy cover.
Yeah. Or what's the right term for it? So I'm not just making stuff up.
Let me see. Cover. There is heavy cover.
Yeah. Yeah. So heavy cover is what we're talking about.
I'm going to be honest. I just want to do it because it's super fucking cool in my head.
Yeah. You're gonna hit the 12.
I'm going to hit the 12, and I'm going to actually hit another 12. I'm going to explode right
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
God,
Okay.
just because I
Okay.
believe.
We did
Okay.
explode. We did explode though.
You did hit a 12. It just took 2 dice to get there. And
There was a 12 somewhere.
you
right?
did explode twice. So technically,
That's with a -8.
Yeah,
on the
that's
roll.
crazy.
Holy cow.
All right. Roll
Do I
that
get to
extra
raise my damage
die.
here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll that extra damage die.
Yeah,
Holy
you hit,
shit.
man.
Oh.
You hit big.
Oh boy.
holy
Whoa.
30 damage.
Okay.
When you commit to being cool shit happens.
Okay. Kane, would you please describe for everyone what it looks like and what happens as you shoot through not 1, not 2, but 3 open doors, right? Over Joan's shoulder, where all you can see of this creature is a corner of its head as you end its life.
Oh my god. I think this is a moment of where he's thinking about all the times he got fucking shot again. He's like, I'm tired of this thing. I'm just really fucking tired, and I just want this to be over with. And a little bit of disdain is like, well, if I hit Joan, it's not gonna be that bad. Nobody's gonna notice. And I am aiming for the top of that character's head, and I am going to just blow out a chunk of it, like top chunk of the skull.
Yeah, and these poor civilians behind it, right, that were just covered with a little bit of Black Regiment internal goop from Abigail's shot and are sort of, oh no, that those sorts of sounds are now just shrieking as this head has been turned into zombie brain confetti and is now raining down on them. And that ends combat.
Incredible.
I will give people, if anyone wants them, the opportunity to run around and help some people
Joan.
out. Yeah.
Joan, you're bleeding.
Absolutely.
You're bleeding very badly, Joan. Come here.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. How about you come to me, actually, and
Yeah, good.
as
Yep,
she
you're
starts
right.
walking, she'll like fall onto one of the benches.
I can target Joan for this. Hey, that's 2
Yeah.
wounds.
Hell yeah.
2 heal.
I think Ken's
Better?
gonna come over
Better?
and check in on you.
I'm going to move to the front of the train while I still have quote
Mhm.
unquote concentration. And the embers that I can find in the rubble here, I'm
Mhm.
going to encourage to grow. I'm gonna try to burn through this material quick so we can, and then douse it as quickly as I can so that we can
Yeah.
break it up and
Excellent.
move it faster.
That is an excellent plan. It ignites, it is burning super hot. You can see things are collapsing, and the engineer leans out over the edge and screams at you, that's a nifty trick, but it's gonna be hours before that fire goes out. And then you douse it and you see there's rubble that is easily moved, and says, never mind. And I think we will end it there and see how the rest of this perfectly fine, normal, innocuous trip continues next week.